Gary.
Hello there. Thanks for your time. Can I just get any injury updates? I mean, I can give you some names, or you can list them.
I can give you the names. For Saturday match, team is going to be out. Team Ream, as last game, and it's going to be Adam as well. All the others, they are going to be available for the match. Of course, as you know, we have another session tomorrow, but the others they are going to be ready.
So William's okay, because obviously he was.
Yeah, we did train this morning. Of course,
Yeah.
you keep assessing him, you keep checking himself, trying to recover him as quick as you can. Of course, you want him ready, not just for the next match, for all the December month that is going to be really busy. But he did train this morning. He felt okay. Let's see the next few hours how he's going to feel.
And it's a deal?
Yes.
That's good news.
Yes, yeah, it's okay. It's a process, you know. Is from last 2 weeks he's training with the team. If you ask me if he's 100% ready to go to start the game, probably it's too early for him. But to be involved, squad list, and step by step to go in the right direction, and he's doing the right things. Let's see how he's going always to react from each session. But you have to keep assessing him. But there are good signs from him too.
And with Tim, what's the problem?
Tim felt something after we played against Nottingham at home, and after he felt something in his calf. Let's see. And again, you have to keep assessing him, recovering him. He's doing a rehabilitation with the medical department, and let's see how long he's going to take.
So is he training with the rest of the group?
No. Tim is not training yet.
So not before Christmas.
Let's see. Probably it's going to be too early for him before Christmas. Yeah.
So rather than being called Fulham FC, you're now free scoring Fulham FC. How has that happened?
Okay, yes, it's something that happened in football. Of course, we did play really well the last 2 games. I think last 2 games they were at very, very good level from ourselves. I have to say that against Liverpool we did the same, and Wolves game it was a crucial for us, a crucial win and a great win for us to show a reaction after a tough month that we have had before, and that is the thing for me. For me, it's clear consequence from our work, the belief from the players and the trust in the process and what we have been doing. Of course, we have adjusted some things that they are important for us, and to create more chances to arrive in the right spots. And of course, when comes for a team good afternoons like we had last few games, of course you can score goals, and that's the reason, of course. And you can see it if you analyze us. We are not doing, and the players they know now, like you change everything or something like that. Is not okay. As I said to you, probably beginning of the season we are not creating enough in terms of chances. I was the first one saying that. One moment of the season probably we were creating and not scoring, and now we did create and we score. But it's a process. It's a consequence from the work more than something that we try some magical things here and try to change something. From the white to black is not really what we did. Really, is a consequence from the work and good performance, good afternoons for us or evenings for us, and I'm really pleased for it. And the players they should be as well.
And obviously, it's great news that Raul Jimenez has started to find the net. How much personal satisfaction are you getting from seeing that happen finally?
I'm really pleased for him. First, because he's a top professional. You know, he's a very good guy, and he had tough moments. He had some tough moments last few months when you are. Everyone recognizes you as a top goal scorer at this level in Premier League, and after you have 10 months, 11 months without a Premier League goal, is always really tough. We all can imagine how it was tough for him, even if he wasn't showed every time what's happened with him, and he didn't want to show really his feelings. Of course, you can understand. Of course, we had many shots between each other and trying to give the confidence for him. But I knew that with hard work from him, the things will come for sure. It's up to us to keep providing for a striker. Of course, we're talking about Raul, but can be for one of the other two. And after when he's going to score the first one, that all that weight that he had in his back is going, and after he can express himself a little bit better. Nice to see him playing with a smile in his face more than scoring goals and goals. Is the smile in his face for me is the most important thing, and of course being decisive for us is a great stuff. First of all for him, and of course for the team.
So, as well as being there for him tactically, were you almost like a psychiatrist as well? Were you talking to him about and trying to help him in his mindset?
Yes, of course, trying to get from him all this pressure. But to be honest, we know that we all know that the easy way to do it is if the things happen and click on the pitch, and of course training sessions and the match day. And the really thing, and that is for me was the key for us, was the trust on that the teammates they kept on him, and of course we as a staff and everybody in this football club, that is the main thing. No one had doubts about his quality. The was a tough moment that any striker can have, but when you work really hard, after a tough period, a dark one, will come the sunshine some moments, and you have to be ready for it, and he was ready and he showed that.
Leno's signed an extension to his deal. That was a real transfer bargain, wasn't it? He's been great for you. We just want to make him to understand how it's important for us. Really, it was not something, as you know, he has a long contract with us, not something that is going to expire soon or something like that. Just to show to everybody that we are aware of all the situations. Of course, we have some process inside our club that we have to work really hard to sort it out. Some players in last year of contract, all that stuff, and we are here to work on it as well. Bern was another one, different, not because he's going to expire soon, but we wanted to do a sign, if I can say in this way, that key player for us, top goalkeeper. For me, he's one of the best in this competition, clearly, and really pleased to have him for long term with this football club. He's a great sign for our dressing room. He's a great sign for our fans for sure. And Bern is happy. Is the most important thing. I think over the next few weeks, João Palhinha is going to be mentioned to you more than Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Can I mention him again? Now it seems to be Chelsea showing an interest. Have you heard anything at all about his future?
No. But as you said, probably that they are going to be, will come now January, and it's going to be about João, probably about some more players, and probably you can find 10 clubs, 15 clubs that is going to be talking about. Okay, you can ask me. For me, the question, my answer is going to be always the same. João is our player, and we are pleased to have him with us. He's performing really well. He's completely focused in the challenge ahead of us, and that's it. Nothing more to say about it.
It's a cliche question, this, not unusual from me. Is now a good time to play Newcastle, given their disappointment that they've had this week?
No. It is always a very good to play in that environment against a very good side, well managed as well, because it's one of the best places to play football in this country, because it's at the same time that is really tough, because the crowd, environment, everything. But if you are, and of course we are, if you are a team that likes to embrace tough challenge, to go and to play, that is the right place to do it, because not just for us, they showed that, okay, last evening they lost an important game, but they have been showing in Champions League how they are really tough to play against, and this season at home how they have been tough as well, and they are a very good side, a top side. That last season they did brilliant, achieving a Champions League spot, and of course they wanted to react from last evening from that disappointing result that take them from the European competitions. But we have to embrace really the challenge to go. We are confident enough to go to play. Last season the game was we considered a late goal, but you did really well. We had a penalty that almost start leading the score in the final stage of the game. We're really competitive. We match them, and we want to do the same. And it's going to be a tough one. But if it's going to be easier because the last result, I don't see in this way. It's always tough to play
against very good sides like Newcastle, in that place even more. But we want really to go there and to embrace the challenge.
If not easier, then maybe even it could be harder because they'll be angry. They'll be wounded.
Probably more harder than easier in my opinion, because as I said to you, when you have this type of disappointing moments, and you are a great team, and you have the quality you want to show reaction, of course they are going to try to do it from the first minute. I'm 100% sure the fans, they want the same. Is going to be the connection that you can feel in that ground between players and fans is not easy to create, and they did it. We have to congratulate them for that. And it's going to be tougher than easier in my opinion after the disappointing evening they had last night. But we have to go. We have to go in the direction that we are planning, and we are preparing our players, and to match them and to challenge the game. 3 points for us to fight for. We are very confident in ourselves as well. Of course, huge respect with Newcastle.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Julia from Premier League Productions. Just to follow on from the questions that Gary's asked about the Newcastle game, what was most pleasing for you about your last 2 5-0 results, except for the goals, that you hope to replicate against Newcastle, that you think is non-negotiable to get right?
No, something that we cannot negotiate, clear, and this is part of our idea since I joined this football club, is the courage and the braveness and the try to play with quality that we have been showing so far from the first season until now. We know what we are capable to do in our best days. About the courage and the braveness that we have to play against any team in any place, in any ground, against any team in this competition is what we are going to do again. This is something that we cannot negotiate within us. The players, they know. Of course, in terms of preparation, is something that they know as well. We enjoy the training session, but just with hard work you can enjoy it more, and that's it. Of course, take the positives from the last few performance, from the last few results. Keep improving from other things that we have to improve as well. Wasn't everything so bad 1 month before? Now is not everything perfect. I don't see football like that. You have always things to improve. You have keep really the feet on the ground. You know what type of competition you are playing, but we are confident as well that you can take a good result.
You have scored 5 goals in 2 games. You've kept back-to-back clean sheets as well. Can you give us some insight into what it's been like around here?
No, of course, as you expect, the mood is really good. As I said, it's different now that it was before Wolves. Of course, before Wolves we had the international break. We had a tough month for us, even if, as I said, was not everything so bad. Tough moments in this competition any team can have. Even the top clubs that they fight to be champion, they have this type of tough moments in some occasions, and we had our. If you ask me if you want to have again, we don't want, but can happen. The reaction was crucial. The way we won the game was a tough one, and of course, great reaction in again against Liverpool at Anfield. Top game from both teams, top Premier League game. We scored that 3 times, and unfortunately didn't take nothing from that game. And after the way we were dominant last 2 games, okay, many positives for sure. I'm 100% sure this is the best way to give confidence for the players. The type of weeks that we need to adjust, we need to keep improving. In terms of confidence, they don't need to listen nothing from me, just to keep working hard to get the things in the right direction.
You've talked about Newcastle's last couple of results. What do you think about them overall this season so far? What are their big strengths?
Okay, firstly, I think he's one of the most intense teams in this competition. No doubts about it. The way they can be so intense off the ball, they are really aggressive. And when I say aggressive, in the right way, of course, the connection between fans and them when they play at home is very good. It's one of the great connections that you can feel between fans and team when they play home, and create an intensity in their game that is not easy to fight against, but we are capable to do it. I really believe, and of course quality in the process, well managed, and top quality players, individual players that they can make a difference in any moment of the game. They are a physical side as well. They can be really strong in the individual challenge, individual duels, and we have to be really at our best level to compete with them and to fight to win the game.
Thank you.
Hello,
Hi.
Matthew. Have you even been surprised by how well Fulham have been playing recently?
No. If you ask me that if it's normal to win 2 games 5-0 like we did it, I have to say that not. In this league, sometimes to win 1-0 or 2-1 is so difficult. Imagine to win 2 games 5-0 in a row. This is, of course, I'm going to be honest with you, is something that is really, really tough. And because that was, I don't know how many years, but from the 60s that Fulham never had done until this moment. So did in 60s and after just now. That shows that how it's difficult to do it. If I'm surprised and answer direct to you, the way you played, you are talking about performance, you're talking about express ourselves, not at all, because is the way we prepare our players, is the way we want to play. Of course, you are adjusting things, you are trying to add some things for our game, but I know if you are confident, if you are focused, if you can start the game, and of course, if you see the 2 games after the 1-0, we scored the first goal in both games, our team start to express much better ourselves, is part of the process. You have to, when the things are coming in the right direction, after the things can happen the way we did it. But about the performance, I'm not surprised at all.
And lots of different goal scorers. How good is that? How important is that as a team, that you're not relying on one player for your goals?
Really important, but is what I've been mentioned to you every week here. When you ask me always, every single week about our strikers, they are not scoring. I was always repeating that we have to share the goals and the responsibility to score goals from all our squad. And I mention always the forward players, our offensive midfielders, even our central defenders that I'm always mentioning to you, that they are crucial in our offensive set pieces, and that's the reality. Even if normally you have 1 or 2 main goal scorers, it's normal in any team in the world. You have your goal scorer, your striker that normally is the player that probably can score more goals in one team. Even the last 2 seasons we had a man that scored here a big amount of goals. We did share the goals from our team, because first season more than 100 goals is impossible to be just 1 or 2 players. We share from all of them, and last season was the same. I don't have really the number in my mind, but probably you had more than 13-14 players scoring goals last season in Premier League, and it just shows that it's not something that is not normal. For us, it's something normal. It's something that we did last season, we did 2 seasons ago. I think is a normal thing in my teams.
We talk about your goal scorers, but the new contract for Bert Leno shows just how much you value him. It's vital, isn't it, to have a good goalkeeper?
It's vital. It's vital for us. He's a top goalkeeper, and if you can keep a top goalkeeper in your side, is always much better. Really calm guy, really top professional in terms of quality. His performance speaks for himself. But again, I repeat always that he's one of the best in this competition. No doubts about it. And of course, keeping him long term with his football club, he plays always in our favour.
3 wins out of the last 4, but those 3 wins have come at home. I know that away from home you've had some tough opponents
Yes.
to face, and that's not going to change this weekend. But is there a different mindset, a different way of preparing to play away from home, and how much are you working on trying to improve your away form?
We have to improve. Of course, we did start really well because we won the first away game. We are going to win more games away from home. I don't have doubts about it. Of course, our schedule is being probably one of the toughest away from home. If you look for our schedule until now, even so, some of the games we did really well for different reasons, and we haven't achieved another win from after the Everton away. But it's going to come. I don't have doubts about it. You just have to keep performing in the way we have been doing. Keep believing on it, and the good things will come. Of course, Newcastle is going to be tough after you have Everton away from home for the Carabao Cup and all their teams. But I think it's a normal stuff. The schedule is tough, and you have to be able to do it. But the good results away from home they are coming. I don't have it.
Finally, for me, this is going to be your 150th match as a Premier League manager.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does it feel like it has been 150 games? 149 so far?
Okay, probably yes. I didn't know that, but I think he's so many years in this country already. I think he's a normal number. He's going to be bigger for sure in the future. Okay, it's a good thing, but I didn't know that. But if you ask me if I'm feeling it, no. Even it's something that I'm not thinking every single time how many games I have, but it's a good sign.
300?
You never know.